Looks like Tommy is gonna be sleeping in the doghouse. Oh, excuse me. The snake pit tonight. You have to bear with me. The Chinese assholes that have earned worse pain than they've ever earned. As part of the Great Wall of Evil crumbling, just turned this video off as I was making it. So I'm gonna go through it again. Doing some laminating. Tami is the no-arm. I am Melton, son of a carpenter. Daddy carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Marianne, I am the son of a carpenter. I get to tell parables, and this parable series is about the unseen business, the streets. Tami is the no-arm Chinese fellow, average worker of the crumbling Great Wall of Evil, the Chinese streets, the Oriental unseen business. How did he get to be missing both arms? He was told by his boss, Wu. They value blind obedience. He gave him a loyalty test. He told him to stick his right arm into a wood chipper, and he blindly obeyed. He did that. He slowly fed that right arm into the wood chipper. The left arm, he's Chinese, he's blindly obedient. The left arm saw what was going on with the right arm and was, of course, surprised and jumped off. The left arm has, and the right arm had that written agreement, right? He wrote it up himself. That they tote stuff, they pick up stuff, they zip up, they button up, they do the nasty stuff, they wipe butts in the bathroom, pick noses, and Tommy was a professional nose picker before he lost both his arms. Now he just has to rely upon the kindness of strangers to pick his nose and wipe his butt. And I bet you can guess strangers aren't always that kind. This is my flower imagery. Yeah, I bought some flowers a few days ago and watched the Chinese assholes that have earned that horrendous hell on earth, Utah on earth pain, being made examples even more so than they were before. I bought some flowers and they freaked. They're like my demon sister. They hate beauty. They hate the natural order of things. Now let's see if I can move into this other room to make my laminating parable and have it actually stay on. Yeah, I went to they taunted. I went to show you my eyes, and by the time I got there, he turned it off, and they snapped a picture. They used to high-tech toys to snap the picture of my eye, and it's a good picture. That I don't think it was what they were expecting. I'm not their Chinese asshole impersonator of me. I'm the real thing. Telling them about that huge pain on their way for them. For assaulting Mother Nature, for being in the way of the world's progress. And they don't even realize it. They're so caught up in that anger that a spoiled asshole feels after being entitled to everything. And then all of a sudden, no one's humoring him anymore. And when things don't go his way, he balls up and cries and gets angry as hell. They're right there behind him to turn him upside down, hanging by those balls. And I've told asses. Painful items no matter what they are. But let me get started on this, and let me show you what I've already laminated. As I said, I bought some flowers, a couple of different types of flowers, and a nice cheap bouquet kind of thing. Remember checking post and 5, all soldiers, all firemen, all policemen, all priests, make that video of your hijacked lifeline. See that phone you're making the video of is every child in America's lifeline to the firemen, the police, and the paramedics. Make a video of being hijacked by the devil. Yeah, the Great Wall of Chinese evil. You can call it Eskimo evil if you want, but ask around. You'll find a lot of folks telling you all about the now crumbling Great Wall of Evil. I am here in the Immaculate Apartment awaiting you to come tear down the Great Wall of People. It has just me and all this imagery. 20,000 plus of these photos with just me and those birds because of the Great Wall of People. Try to pick up your phone, try to call me right now, 424-229-4140, and see. The devil's stealing your call. It's not just about keeping you out of my imagery. It's about placing someone named Hussein in the highest office in the world. Right after we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Husseins, and now they got the buffoon Trump waving the Russian flag in our White House. We want real leaders, guys. We're going to have to roll up our sleeves, pick up that phone, make a video nowadays. Make that video of America's hijacked lifelines, be the reporter. Call me up in front of reporters, network news anchors, local news anchors, anything on the public eye. Ask them, how does this man ask for Flight 93 checks for 9 years, tell them to certify their mail as well, and you not do your job? For a lot of folks out there, everything is fake news compared to their family's lifeline not working, and you can call me right now to see that it's not allowed to work all the time. Make that video and I'm telling you exactly what it is. Chinese asshole streets. You can call it whatever you want, but make that video of whatever you get. When you don't get me, you got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed. You're making a video of organized crime that can place Hussein in our White House right after 9/11. I'm not a fan of the Russian guy either. Make that video, post that video, and yeah, you can certify your mail. 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, Apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065. Tell everyone you know to do the same. You can find those fives, even the big ones, 1 to a 4x6 print. You can find it on vote-truth.blogspot.com, christcomplexlinks.blogspot.com, www.christcomplex2, number 2, the digit 2, christcomplex2.wixsite.com/daffodilia. You're going to see what I just designed in there if you hit the heart. Hopefully I'll remember to put it on. And you can also go to daffodilia.blogspot, blogspot.com to see that. And you can find the links on youtube.com/DNFD series as well to the 20,000 examples of my work. Flight 93 check imagery, flower imagery, skyline imagery, and some ball guy imagery. You can find that there too. But download those files and those Flight 93 check images to tell everyone to check and post in 5 in front of folks. That's your family's lifeline. I put on youtube.com/DNFD series, DNFD SERIES, you will find Melton's call log videos along with those stigmata eyes. Plenty of videos of those if you want to check those out. Download so you can show other folks. Ask your doc what's going on with that. He can't find qualified docs who can actually talk about his eyes changing, and he's making videos of it. What do you know about that, doc? You can download. If you can't find it on youtube.com/DNFD series because of censorship, yeah, look for it. Better bars, parties, military bases, churches. Pass it along. The 20,000 fit on a 2 DVD set. You can find a whole lot of DVDs and flash drives of Milton's funny parables. And yeah, these things can get long. It's already 9 minutes, 20 minutes. So look for the audios and just play a nice set of my slideshows. Either the 4x6 prints or the actual graphic cards. These have all been, everything you see on my chest has been prepared to be printed out as 4x6 prints. Like this one is with a kind of a border around it. If you try to print out anything else, you might have trouble. I better get my sugar check in as I tell you about Tami and Rhea. And yeah, I bought the flowers. I took 500 photos of with my my camera and my phone camera, and all 6 of them were butchered. Those with high-tech toys, Great Wall of Evil, that you can find from back to April last year. That's why I'm talking about Rhea and Tami's anniversary. It's been a year, and since like May, I've been making them daily. The Tami prayer was pick up your phone and make a video too. Make your own video about the Chinese asshole streets, and you'll find most people will describe them as that know what I mean by the streets, the unseen business. You don't describe it like that, envision your phone not working when you're in a fire, your house is burning, and your phone's not allowed to work, maybe because you're a real Christian or something like that. In the same way, your phone's not allowed to work when you try to call me. You don't know when else. You're going to get something born, a phone ringing, an error message, busy signal. But I tell you, it is not going to be born if you need the firemen, the police, and the paramedics. So make a video of that. And yes, every time you call up another customer and you get that boring thing, phone ringing, error message, busy signal, yeah, that's your Gates' livelihood. Someone else with a bigger name, favored by the Great Wall of Chinese evil, so they can get the business. So make that video of whatever you get when you don't get me and post it. We the people must be the reporter. And yes, if your business is politics, that's how we get Hussein and the Russian guy. Now, let me do the sugar tip before I forget. And yesterday, Tami was reminded by Rhea to pick up some flowers for her because it's their anniversary. They met at the snake pit. And he got into some trouble because he hates beauty. In the same way they butchered, it inspired the parable. Same way they butchered those 600, put some bizarre string on it. After I made the 600 photos, and it's just bizarre as anything to... I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, Tami, he ended up in the hospital. And of course, Rhea brought him some flowers. And there was a bee in them, and his nose had swelled up because he was allergic to something in the flower shop there. And it stung him, and so he's got a big thing. His nose is almost as big as his head, and he's got a bee sting that's big on that. This is a couple days later, and things had kind of settled down for Tami. And yes, it's their actual anniversary. And Rhea wants to go to the Snake Pit, popular dance club here in LA. He won her heart. He snaked his way in between her and whoever she was dancing with. He's always been scaly. Like I said, he's Chinese. He's always talked with a lisp. And now that he's missing both arms, he does a very mean snake dance. So Rhea wants to go back. He snaked his way in between her and has been there ever since. And Rhea wants to go back to the man in costume. You've seen those old-time dresses that women wear that go all the way down to the foot, and they're very form-fitting, and it's hard to walk in. She's got him something like that resembles a snake. You know, snake skin. Going all the way up, and of course he's missing his arms. So, don't ask the Great Wall of Evil permission if you want to come see the one and only. They'll just put you to work in it, and especially up to today. They stole a 100 gigabyte folder right in front of me, taunted and my demon personal knife in the back sister way. By having me see it there, I'm going in to fix something they had stolen, and the whole folder disappeared. So I had to take up another 100 plus gigabytes on my external hard drives to copy it over to have it in another place, in 2 places. That's why I got it in 2 places. I load up the stuff, but I'm not sure if it's any better. Is the bigger stuff better? If you know, come see me in person and tell me. Oh, that's my website. Daffodilia there. Could be your website. Try to call me from the number you see all over it. And if you can't reach the website, that says something itself, doesn't it? But let me get back to my tummy. I got to finish this. But remember, when you hear that siren, checking post and fire. See that phone you're making a video of is every child in America's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics, and make a video of being hijacked. Check and post in 5. That's why I got the 5s. Check and post in just 5 minutes. Do that. These are 2 to a 4x6 print. You can hand out 100 of them. Won't cost you, what, 9 cents for 2 of them? 19 cents if you don't shop well. But yes, he's got him the snake outfit, and he doesn't like it. He can't hardly walk. He has to hop in it. And she takes him to the snake pit that night. Their anniversary night. And yes, she's got her eye, kind of set for something besides just a meeting anniversary, if you know what I mean. And Tommy's disgusted. They're all laughing at him. So as he goes to the ladies' room, he kind of hops out the door. And it's not far from where they live in Al's bar. Not a dance club, but a bar. And he hops in there. And Al's always real good with Tommy. Gets him that straw because, he can't lift up the glass. And Tommy hops up on that snake, in that snake outfit onto the bar stool there and tells Al all about it. And yeah, he's had a couple of drinks or two by the time Rhea gets there. And you guessed it, she knew he was going to be at home or there. Either that or work, but he's not going to be there at night. She grabs him by the ear and... Oh yeah, let me put that part in. On the way to Al's bar. It's late. It's they got there earlier. It's still kind of light out, and they had some workers in between the snake pit and the bar, Al's bar, doing some limb work, late in the evening, even into the darkness. And you guessed it, Tommy had to hop past, like a little bunny rabbit or snake. He had to hop past, and the worker there says, "Oh, hey, watch out there, fella! Don't get too close. You kind of look like a big limb." He says, "You don't want to get married to this thing." And is it just Tommy's the worker's choice of phrasing there that really upset Tommy, because Rhea's been hitting up a storm. She wants to get married, and she did the Charlie McCarthy thing. They went to the snake pit there, and Tommy was as the dummy. She put earplugs in, so he didn't hear what she was saying. She just pinched his back, had him open up his mouth, and she had him propose to her. And yeah, she got it on video, so he can't back out. And they won. They did not win the dance contest that night because, the judges said, a woman putting words in the mouth of a man. Oh, that's every marriage, every boyfriend, girlfriend there is. There's nothing special about that. And so Tommy hopped past the laminator, the wood chipper, and into Al's bar. Rhea found him, grabbed him by that ear, and pulled him off, and he had to hop all the way home in that little dress. And Al said to Hezekiah, another patron at the bar there, So he says it looks like Tommy's gonna be sleeping in that doghouse. Excuse me, that snake pit tonight. I'm Melton, Southern Carpenter. Come see me in person. Have Whitwood travel, show me the perfect place to build. Jesus is an immaculate house here on earth. Best people to start building with. I'm going to show you this little mini poster. Actually, it's just a page. It's just so much more to print it out as a page. So I just print it out as 4x6 print. Call and see our religious censorship. Can't tell me what you believe. Can't ask what I mean by Jesus as an immaculate house here on earth. That's religious censorship. Make a video of it. And yeah, those are flash drives. Look for them at your better bars parties. Take them to your better bars parties. And look for Melton's imagery to copy. Look for the DVDs. That's the best way to do it. You can have 2 of my big portfolio set DVDs, or 2 of the better ones. You know what the better ones are? Of Melton's Funny Parables, especially the nightlies. They're like a minute. Don't take up that much space. There's a flower that the great Chinese wall of, I'll say it, assholes are worried about. They're worried about pretty pictures and funny stories. That tells you that the words of the son of Carpenter Mary, Melton, are very true. Anything worried about pretty pictures and funny stories as much as the great Chinese crumbling wall of evil. Anything worried about that, yeah, they're not to be worried about. Come see Melton, son of Carpenter Mary, and let's get started building a better world. One image, one video of truth at a time.